Deep Work by Cal Newport is a powerful exploration of one of the most valuable yet increasingly rare skills in the modern world. The ability to focus deeply on cognitively demanding tasks without distraction. In an age dominated by constant notifications, social media, shallow tasks, and fragmented attention, Newport argues that the capacity for deep work is not just beneficial, it is essential for anyone who wants to produce meaningful results, master complex skills, and achieve true success. The book revolves around the central idea that while the world is shifting toward distraction, those who cultivate deep focus will stand out, thrive, and create extraordinary value. At its core, deep work is defined as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push your cognitive abilities to their limit. These efforts create new value, improve skills, and are hard to replicate. In contrast, Newport introduces the concept of shallow work, which includes tasks that are non-cognitively demanding, often performed while distracted, and do not create much new value. Things like answering emails, attending unproductive meetings, or scrolling through feeds. While shallow work feels productive, it rarely contributes to long-term growth or meaningful achievement. Newport emphasizes that the modern work environment is structured in a way that encourages shallow work. Open offices, instant messaging, emails, and the expectation of immediate responses all erode the ability to focus. Many people unknowingly spend their entire day in a state of distraction, jumping from one task to another without ever entering a state of deep concentration. Over time, this habit rewires the brain, making it harder to focus for extended periods. This is why deep work is becoming rare and simultaneously more valuable. The book argues that deep work is like a superpower in today's economy. As industries become more complex and competitive, the ability to quickly learn difficult things and produce at an elite level becomes critical. Deep work supports both of these abilities. When you focus deeply, you can learn faster, understand better, and produce higher quality work in less time. Newport highlights that the most successful individuals, scientists, writers, programmers, and thinkers, are those who have mastered the art of deep work. They are not necessarily more talented, they simply have better control over their attention. One of the key ideas Newport presents is that attention is a finite resource. Every time you switch tasks, your brain pays a cognitive cost known as attention residue. When you move from task A to task B without fully finishing task A, part of your attention remains stuck on the previous task. This reduces your ability to fully engage with the new task. Frequent task switching, therefore, destroys depth and productivity. Deep work, on the other hand, requires long, uninterrupted stretches of focus where attention is fully dedicated to a single objective. Newport also challenges the common belief that being busy equals being productive. Many people measure their value by how quickly they respond to emails or how many tasks they complete in a day. However, this busyness often masks a lack of real progress. Deep work shifts the focus from activity to results. Instead of asking, "How busy am I?" the better question becomes, "What valuable work have I actually produced?" To help readers cultivate deep work, Newport introduces several philosophies or approaches. One approach is the monastic philosophy, where individuals eliminate or drastically reduce shallow obligations to focus almost entirely on deep work. This approach is extreme and usually suited for people like researchers or writers who can isolate themselves. Another approach is the bimodal philosophy, where time is divided into long stretches dedicated to deep work and other periods for everything else. This is more practical for people with regular jobs. Then there is the rhythmic philosophy, which involves creating a daily routine where deep work becomes a habit, like scheduling a fixed number of hours every day for focused work. Finally, the journalistic approach involves fitting deep work into any available time, like a journalist writing under tight deadlines. This approach requires strong discipline and the ability to quickly switch into focus mode. A major theme in the book is the importance of rituals and routines. Deep work does not happen by accident. It must be intentionally designed. Newport suggests creating specific rituals that signal your brain it's time to focus. This includes deciding where you will work, how long you will work, and how you will eliminate distractions. For example, working in a quiet room, turning off notifications, and setting a clear goal for the session can significantly improve focus. The more consistent the routine, the easier it becomes to enter a state of deep work. Another critical idea is embracing boredom. In today's world, people are constantly stimulating their minds with phones, music, or entertainment. As a result, the brain loses its ability to tolerate boredom, which is essential for deep work. Newport argues that you must train your mind to be comfortable without constant stimulation. This means resisting the urge to check your phone during idle moments and allowing your mind to rest. By doing so, you strengthen your ability to focus when it truly matters. The book also discusses the role of social media and digital distractions. Newport takes a strong stance, suggesting that people should be highly selective about the tools they use. Instead of adopting every new app or platform, you should evaluate whether it truly adds value to your life or work. If a tool does not significantly contribute to your goals, it should be eliminated. This principle helps reduce unnecessary distractions and protects your attention. Newport introduces the concept of draining the shallows, which involves minimizing shallow work as much as possible. While some shallow tasks are unavoidable, they should not dominate your schedule. One way to achieve this is through time blocking, where you plan your entire day in advance and allocate specific time slots for different activities. This ensures that deep work gets priority rather than being pushed aside by trivial tasks. Rest is another important aspect of deep work. Newport emphasizes that the brain has limits and sustained focus cannot continue indefinitely. He suggests that most people can only perform about 4 hours of true deep work per day. Beyond that, productivity declines. Therefore, it is important to balance intense work with meaningful rest. Downtime allows the brain to recharge and often leads to creative insights. Many breakthroughs happen not during work, but during moments of relaxation. The book also highlights the importance of craftsmanship. Newport encourages readers to take pride in what they produce and strive for excellence. Deep work is not just about productivity, it is about creating something meaningful and valuable. When you focus deeply, you engage more fully with your work, leading to greater satisfaction and a sense of purpose. Newport supports his arguments with examples from history and modern times. He discusses how great thinkers like Carl Jung isolated themselves to focus deeply on their work. He also highlights how successful professionals in various fields structure their lives around deep work. These examples reinforce the idea that deep focus is a common trait among high achievers. Ultimately, deep work is not just a productivity guide, it is a philosophy for living a more focused and meaningful life. It challenges the constant noise and distraction of modern society and offers a path toward clarity, mastery, and accomplishment. By cultivating the ability to focus deeply, individuals can not only improve their professional output, but also gain a sense of control over their time and attention. In conclusion, deep work is a compelling call to reclaim our attention in an increasingly distracted world. It teaches that true productivity and success come not from doing more things, but from doing fewer things with greater depth and focus. By eliminating distractions, building strong habits, and prioritizing meaningful work, anyone can develop this powerful skill and transform the way they work.